We started the Zohar last time, the Zohar in Parashat Vayakel, in page 207. Says the Zohar that when a person is picking up the cup of wine on Friday night, before you pick up the cup of wine on Friday night? Huh? Whenever you pick up the cup of wine on Friday night, he brings bracha to your highest level of your spirituality, as Vaitza Chabad, Chochma, Bina, Da'at. But that's only because whenever you did 3 times Vayichulu, 2 times before that, and that's the 3rd time. When Kiddush starts? In Borei Pri HaGefen or in Vayichulu? When Kiddush starts? I have news for you, Bechor. Kiddush starts in Borei Pri HaGefen. So why we say Vayichulu Hashamayim Va'aretz or in the Kiddush? But when we hold the cup of wine. Says the Zohar, in order for the Kiddush to be good, you need to have 3 times before that. Yom HaShishi Vayichulu Hashamayim Va'aretz V'chol Tzevam. When do we do it 3 times, Bechor? 1 time we do by Amidah of Arvit. 2nd time we do it by after the Amidah of Arvit. 3rd time we're doing it by the cup of wine. I have a person, Chas v'Shalom, Kanesoni Prichot Shabbat, Friday night. He's missing out the Arvit. He's missing out the Vayichulu during the Arvit. He's missing out the Vayichulu after Arvit. He comes to to the Kiddush at home. А где два, 3 раза ты не сказал? You only said it right now, first time. You cannot jump to 3rd level before you didn't establish the 1st level. You establish the 1st level, then the 2nd level, then the 3rd level comes. That's why it's very important. Chas v'shalom, a person ended up in a place there is no minyan or he's sick, pray yachid. But if a person is in the next to places there is synagogue, abizatzin la Friday night to go to the synagogue. Rabbi Yosef says that if there is a person chas v'shalom lo alenu lo alechem mechalel Shabbat, chas v'shalom could still be like a goy. But he says if you touch the wine, that wine, if he pour you, this cup, asur to drink. Why? Because he's mechalel Shabbat. Publiczno na Shabbat jedzit, na telefon, cigareta, to, show, asur. Says, but if Friday night he comes to synagogue, and he prays Arvit, and he comes home and he does Kiddush properly, you can count him that he's not mechalel Shabbat publicly. He has to make a tshuva for the mistakes he have done. But his status changes. Why? Because he declares, God created the world 6 days, Vayom HaShevi'i, Shabbat Vayinafas, 7 days stopped. This declaration 3 times makes him change the status in halakha from being like a goy to become like a Jew. A Jew that makes avera, but he's a Jew. That's why if there will be a guy, let's say, sitting with you Shabbat. Somebody asked me this. He said, Rabbi, I sit with my relative, Shabbat. He poured me the wine, Adasima. I ate a wine, expensive one. Doesn't have mevushal. It's lo mevushal. Can I drink this wine now or no? Rabbi, he poured me Adasima.
Rabbi, the car is also meant to drive.
And?
And cigarette to smoke.
Huh?
Same thing in Shabbat. Like, it's meant to be car. If it's meant to be drive,
The car?
You're not getting tired.
The person doesn't get tired.
No, doesn't get tired.
And therefore?
So if it's meant to be drive, so he's driving it.
Oh, the car on Shabbat. Oh no, on Shabbat is not big if you get tired or not. You have to give a special kavod. Hashem, you didn't create. Hashem also didn't get tired. When God created the world, did he get tired?
I don't think so.
So I'll tell you, I know so. He didn't get tired. You know how he created the whole world?
By words.
Show.
How hard it is to say like this. Hashem says, Beyah Adonai Tzur Olamim. Yud, he created the next world. Hey, he created this world. Everything in this world God did. Is it hard to do? No. So what is God resting on Shabbat? What's the big deal?
No, but he doesn't rest.
So the concept is God did not create on Shabbat. We have on Shabbat also stop not creating anything. It's not if you are tired or not. When I used to be in a nursing home in Miami. I used to be a rabbi of a nursing home. People come to me and say, Rabbi, why we have to keep Shabbat? 70, 80, 90 years old people. There is a Shomer Shabbat place. Rabbi, why we have to keep Shabbat? Hi, Yosef John. Yosef, why we have to keep Shabbat? I said 6 days we work, 7 days we rest. He says, Rabbi, We rest over here all 6 days. זה אנס וחשוב, דמויות, מסוד, קורמץ, תקווריה, תוכבירד. He says, come Shabbat, we like at the wall, we have nothing to do. It says 6 days, there is a Jewish guy plays a piano over there and makes them clap hands, do something with their lives. He says, Shabbat, the Rabbi doesn't let him come, we are so bored over here. I feel so bad for them. Why? Because they didn't guide their lives when they were younger to keep Shabbat properly. When a person is younger, he's not going to keep the Shabbat properly. When he gets older, very hard for him to keep the Shabbat. He has nothing to do all day. That's I tell the guys, you want to keep Shabbat? Come kaneso. Come listen to the rabbi. Go eat osovo. After osovo tapatach spi. After that, come to the shiur before mincha. Come to the Arabit. Person has a whole schedule going to kaneso. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Shabbat vidius, prashol, Baruch Hashem, I kept the Shabbat. Very easy to do. When a person is attached to the kaneso. A person that is not attached to the kaneso, very hard. That's why it says the Zohar Kadosh over here. Yom Adam itatera b'shiv'in itarim. You say bechor, the Zohar says that Friday night you get 70 crowns. And the Zohar says in a different place that when a person is keeping Shabbat properly, those crowns are given to his father and his mother in Gan Eden. And the Zohar says that's what the fourth commandment says, keep Shabbat. And the fifth commandment, fourth commandment, keep Shabbat. Fifth commandment right after, respect your parents. Says the Zohar, why the fourth one is keep Shabbat? And the fifth one is respect the parents. Why is it next to each other? Says the Zohar to teach you, whoever wants to respect his parents, number 5. Yes, there is a prerequisite. There is a conditions before you get to number 5. What is that? Number 4. What is number 4 in the 10 Commandments? Shamor et yom ha-Shabbat. Keep Shabbat properly. After you did number 4 properly, you keep Shabbat properly, you are eligible to give the kavod, kabed et avicha v'imecha, respect your father and the mother the right way.
We finished the story that you said. Somebody came and then the family wanted to put.
So I told him, Bechor, he poured in wine. Ambul mechalel Shabbat. It's lo mevushal. I told him, does he pray Friday night? He said, yeah, he comes with me to Kaniso. But after that, he goes to, he drives a car, cigaretta, pigaretta. I say, he comes Friday night, Kaniso? Yeah. He prays? No, he prays. Friday night, he comes home, he does Kiddush? Yeah, he does Kiddush. So says Halacha, if he prayed Friday night, Kaniso, and he does Kiddush on Friday night, the wine does not become Pasuk. Changing the whole status. Why? Because he said Vaychulu Hashamayim ve'aretz in the tefillah. He said after the tefillah Amidah, and he said third time by the Amidah. That's why I tell your wives, Sabotai. Sometimes the wives in the kitchen. Начинай, я слушаю. Потом Ганеден будешь там тоже in the kitchen. Начинать буду там. You have to be next to the table. I told him 70. I told him my wife and my children 70 words of the Kiddush corresponding to 70 crowns that there is in Shamayim. 70 malachim that wants to price it. How many goyim have go at malachim? You know, 70. 70 malachim wants to price it against you. How do you close their mouth? Pick up the cup of wine Friday night. You say 70 words to Hakadosh Baruch Hu, respect. All the 70 malachim's mouth gets shut. So nobody can talk against you. That's what the Zohar says. Whoever keeps the Shabbat properly, even if he's oved avodah zarah, gets annulled. How does he get annulled? He did Kiddush Friday night. 70 words he said. 100%. All 70 angels are stopping talking right. Nobody can talk against him. Even though he committed a crime, there is no protocol. Protocol erased. That's a Rabotai important is Friday night to pray. Make Vaychulu, and also Friday night, Shabbat, Kiddush Friday night for you and your women and the children. Everybody hear every word, not playing on the pole, not playing in the kitchen. Make sure you come to the table, give proper respect to the 70 words. Baruch Adonai le'olam, Amen.